What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be going over and explaining how I was working out and my strategies when I first started my weight loss. I'm also going to be going over some alternative strategies to mine that some other people within the weight loss community are doing. I'm going to be going over a lot of information in this video, guys, so I encourage you to watch the entire video. For those of you stumbling across my channel for the first time, let me take a few minutes to explain what this channel is about. For all of you who have been following along for a while now, you're going to want to fast forward to this point. My name's Dave, and I was able to lose 202 pounds in less than 23 months. 165 of those pounds was lost in 1 year after starting a low-carb keto diet. I am not a coach, I'm not a trainer, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, I have no fancy titles. I am not here to give you advice. On this channel, I'm just simply sharing my own opinion and my personal experience. Okay, so in my opinion, out of all the fancy tech that's out there on the market right now, what I think the most useful tool when working out is a heart rate monitor. A heart rate monitor can be a great gauge for the intensity level of your workout. A low heart rate is going to burn less calories throughout your workout. And it can be an indicator that you need to increase the intensity of your workout so that you are burning more calories. If you can elevate your heart rate to a higher zone throughout your entire workout, you will burn more calories. A heart rate monitor can also let you know when you're working out in a dangerously high heart rate zone. And then you can simply decrease the intensity of your workout to get back into a safe zone. There are plenty of diagrams out there on the internet that you can Google that go over what are the safe heart rate zones per your age. Of course, you need to check with your doctor, and they can go over what the ranges of a safe heart rate zone is for you based upon your current overall health. My strategy was to keep my workouts intense enough that I maintained a higher cardiovascular heart rate throughout the entire workout, with the goal to maximize calorie burn. So for transparency's sake, for me, I was trying to maintain a heart rate between 135 and 155. And yes, there were plenty of times that my heart rate spiked much higher than 155, but because I was using my heart rate monitor, I was able to reduce the intensity and get my heart rate back into what I considered a safe zone for me. Again, please consult your doctor on what a safe heart rate range is for you. All right, so that's a very high-level basic overview of why I like a heart rate monitor. Now let's get into what exercises to do. You're a person that is severely overweight like I was, 100, 200 pounds overweight, then doing exercise is going to be uncomfortable. And there are going to be some exercises that you simply just physically cannot do. So you are going to have to try and experiment and find exercises that will work for you. And that's going to look different for everyone. Now, let's be very clear and honest. Just because an exercise might be uncomfortable does not necessarily mean it's going to cause you injury. And part of this journey, we're going to have to be doing things that are uncomfortable, and we're going to have to get used to that. So you're going to have to be honest with yourself when you are evaluating what different exercises you can do. For example, the first exercise I started doing was short mountain bike rides, 1 to 3 miles. And that was extremely uncomfortable because the seat hurt my butt and my belly was bouncing off of my knees. And that was extremely uncomfortable. But if I'm being honest, it wasn't hurting me in a way that was going to cause injury. It just made my butt really sore. But over a few weeks, I got used to the seat and it wasn't an issue anymore. So I had to fight through the uncomfortableness. So when I wasn't outside on my mountain bike, I was in the gym. And my machine of choice was not an exercise bike. For me, part of the enjoyment in riding was being outside. So an exercise bike in the gym, it just wasn't the same. I didn't really want to walk or jog on the treadmill because as I tried to increase intensity on the treadmill, it was just kind of hurting my knees. So I kind of veered away from the treadmill. Now, the elliptical machines were comfortable and low impact. However, my favorite machine in the gym was the stair mill. The reason why I like the stair mill is because it worked me harder than any of the other pieces of equipment in the gym. And I knew this because I was wearing my heart rate monitor. Another reason why I liked it, it did not hurt and it was low impact and I could go slow. I didn't have to think about going fast like I did on the elliptical machine. I think if you ask a lot of people who have tried a stair mill, they're going to tell you that it's hard and it's not fun. Therefore, you really end up having a love-hate relationship with the machine because it really sucks to get on that thing some days, but it just gives you such a phenomenal workout. When I first started doing the stair mill, I started at a very low speed and I would do it for an hour. And that was extremely hard to do. It was very mentally tasking more than anything else just to stay on that machine for that long. But I did it because I knew I was going to have a high calorie burn if I did it, and therefore it was worth the effort. Now, as many times as I was able to go in there and do a full 60 minutes on that thing, there were plenty of days where I went into the gym and I just mentally couldn't take it. I could not mentally handle being on that machine for 60 minutes. I would do 15 minutes on the exercise bike. Then I would switch and do 15 minutes on the treadmill. Then I would switch again and do 15 minutes on the elliptical, and finally doing a 15 minutes on the stair mill. And therefore, I would complete a 1 hour workout by doing it that way. The more you consistently work out, it's going to start becoming more comfortable and it's going to get easier. And that's when it's time to start thinking about switching it up. So there were also times in the beginning where I would use things that I had around the house, and I would also use body weight exercises. And I would just make up and do a series of different exercises in a rotation for an hour, constantly moving with very few, if any, breaks between exercises in order to keep my heart rate up for a maximum cardiovascular calorie burn. And as stated in previous videos, my goal was 60 minutes of working out every day, 7 days a week. Now, some of you may be saying to yourself that everything I just explained sounds a little too extreme, or that you don't have access to a gym, or that all the exercises that I just described hurt you, or you do not have time to do 60 minutes of working out every day. Again, I would say I totally understand, and that's valid. I had such a sense of urgency to try to lose weight, guys, that this was the plan that I just felt I had to do. And I had to become obsessed with it. My friend Juan on Instagram, for example, he started his weight loss journey by simply marching in place in his room when he had the time.
I started marching in my room, and then I started going out for walks after that. And then I slowly started to go on a treadmill and just slow run, walk.
And now he's out there running marathons. Lindsay is another guy that I follow on Instagram, and he's in the middle of his weight loss journey right now. His starting weight was 620 pounds. And as of January 1st, 2025, he's down to 485 pounds. My guy drives a semi-truck across the country, so he has all the excuses in the world to not have time to work out because he is on the road all the time. Talk about no excuses. He has created a workout that he can do inside the cab of his truck. He also does similar workouts that he created at home. And most recently, he has picked up a Bowflex, and now he's going to start utilizing that into his workouts.
Hey there, time for the Bowflex workout. Let's try to do some of these things. Get into it, get a routine, and stay committed. Cheers.
So guys, you are only limited by your mind. There are many ways to get creative to find ways to get movement in. Get outside. It helps pass the time. Find some stairs to climb near your house. Throw a backpack on to add a little intensity. And if you want to add a little more intensity, do some push-ups off the stairs. Get creative when you feel like you don't have options or don't have access to a gym. Now, some of you may be asking, well, what about weightlifting? If weightlifting's your thing, go for it. The only reason why I didn't weightlift very much in the beginning is because it required a lot of extra thinking. I had to think about what muscle groups I was going to train. Were you going to do a full body? Were you only going to train certain muscle groups? It added a whole lot to think about when I was just like, I need to get in there and I need to get in and out. I need to get the best workout I can. And the only way that I really knew how to do that was to do cardio. So that's why I didn't do a lot of weight training. Now I know that you can do a cardiovascular weight training, and I will do a video showing you how to do that in the future. To be honest, I kind of wish I did weightlift a little more in the beginning than I did. But anyway, if that's what you want to do, by all means, go for it. If you feel like that's going to be the thing that you can do it. And it doesn't have to be cardiovascular. I'm just obsessed with cardiovascular workouts, so that's why I'm kind of stuck on that. Anything that'll get you moving and get you started, guys, is what you should do. The key for you is going to be figuring out a routine that you can do and one that you can stick to. It doesn't matter if your workout routine looks something similar to mine, or if you're going to do a workout routine that's 20 minutes 3 days a week. No matter what routine you come up with, you need to promise yourself that that's what you're going to do, and you need to do it. No excuses. The excuses are what causes the vicious cycle of getting on the bandwagon, doing good, and then falling off, and then getting back on again, and then falling off again, and getting back on, that vicious cycle that's causing you to spin your wheels and you are getting nowhere. That's what the excuses are doing. So staying committed to doing what you say you're going to do is going to help you build discipline. And that discipline is going to be what ultimately helps you get up out of the hole that you're in. Keep that promise to yourself, guys. That's going to help you build discipline. And discipline is what you need right now. You may not realize that, but that's what you need. And the more times you win that promise that you made to yourself, the easier it's going to start to be. And the more discipline you build, the more times on those days where there is no motivation and you just don't feel like doing it, you're going to be able to get through it and do it anyway. If you want to learn more about Juan's weight loss journey, be sure to check out the link in the description below. I'll have his Instagram page linked there. If you want to follow Lindsay on his weight loss journey, be sure to check out the links in the description below because I will have his IG page linked there as well. Anyway, guys, I know that was a kind of a lot of information right there, but I hope it gave you some perspective and maybe gave you some ideas. I just want to see you guys get creative. You need to unlock that inner beast that's in you, and you need to start building up some discipline. All right, guys, I've got a lot more videos coming up, so be sure to smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. Don't forget to hit that like button, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.